All right, hey everybody, happy hump day. It is Wednesday, and today I actually wanted to start talking a little bit about nutrition, actually a lot about nutrition, because I just believe that that's where we tend to slack a little bit, and it's not because we're lazy or anything, it's because we just don't know. And we all need a little bit of help in our food. You know, I'm a nutritionist, have been for 3 or 4 years now, 3 years, and I still need help in my food. So it's important to get a little educated, you know, every day about what you're eating, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to give you 3 tips today on your nutrition. So grab a pen and a piece of paper and write them down. Tip number 1 is you cannot out-train bad nutrition. I know if you are friends with anybody that's in fitness, you've heard them say it, you've seen it on their Facebook, you've seen a tweet of it, all of that. You cannot out-train bad nutrition. Meaning, if your diet is consistently bad, then there is no amount of working out classes, glute squeezes, squats, running, anything that is going to fix that. So you want consistency in your diet as well as in your workouts. Doesn't mean that you can never have a piece of cake. Doesn't mean that you can't have chocolate. Doesn't mean you can't have those little gummies or Twizzlers. I love Twizzlers. It just means that you need more of a consistency in good nutrition. So make sure that you are focusing on the type of nutrition that's going in. Don't get caught up. And I know I've been a trainer for years and years and years. And we always say, oh, it's calories in, calories out, calories in, calories out. And if that's the basis of it, then you could eat cheesecake every day, and as long as you're burning more than you're taking in, you will lose weight. And scientifically, this is true. Okay, soak that in. It is true. But you won't get the body to look the way you want it to look, because it'll kind of just be a floppy, cheesecakey looking mess with lots of dimples, kind of like cheesecake has. Anyways, you are what you eat. So tip number 1, can't out-train bad nutrition. So start thinking about what you're actually putting in. Tip number 2 is you need to spread your calories. Okay? Spread them like butter on bread, only, if you eat butter. And what I mean by that is a lot of people make the mistake because, again, they're just caught in the calories. I have to make this calorie count. Oh, I can't quite make this calorie count. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm trying to meet my calories and I'm not losing weight, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and here's what we normally do is we're so focused on it that we don't eat when we're hungry, a little bit hungry. We wait till we get really hungry, or based around the time, or the dreaded birthday dinner. Oh my God, I hate it when clients do this, where you starve yourself all day and then you consume all of your calories in one dinner. Your body cannot burn through that, period. It just can't. So what happens to excess calories, no matter when they come in and no matter what they're from? They're turned into fat because your body stores it. It's very efficient at that. It's like, oh, hey, that's extra. I don't need it right now. I'm just going to store that away as fat and use it later. And then what happens, though, is we wake up, we eat, body doesn't need it. So it just keeps it as fat. So you want to make sure that you are eating every 2 to 4 hours. And I've had so many clients go, I'm not hungry 2 to 4 hours. Then there's one of 2 things wrong. Either you're eating too much when you eat, or you're not moving enough during the day. And if that's part of it, think about getting some accidental movement in. There are all kinds of ways you can do that. If you're at home, you can sit on a ball, bounce around. You can always stand up and stretch. If you're at your desk at work, you can stand up, stretch, do a little step touch. Yeah, people are going to look at you weird. But in 6 months, when you're smoking hot, they'll look at you a little more longingly, okay? Deal with it, do it. Accidental movement, get the metabolism running. You have to make sure that those calories are spread out. So 2 to 4 hours, it's when you're eating. Set the clock on your phone, and people go, well, you don't understand, with my job I can't do that. Yeah, I do. I worked at a hospital for years, and I would pack my food, stick it in my pocket, go to the bathroom, and stand on the toilet and eat. Okay? Gross, I know. I make sure everything is clean. But it's a small portion, okay? You shouldn't have to lay out the napkin and light the candles and eat this huge meal. That's not what you're doing. You're getting a little packet of food. If you can't hold your snack in one hand, your snack is too big, period. So make sure that you're spreading it out. That'll help you meet your calories. It'll help you stay within your calorie count. It'll help you stay within your portions. And you'll find that you'll have a lot of energy throughout the day because you're constantly stoking that fire of your metabolism when you're putting little pieces of wood. So think about the concept of a fire. If you're putting small pieces of kindling on the fire, what happens? It burns hotter and it burns bigger, but then you have to put more kindling on it. If you put a big block of wood on it, what happens? It just kind of goes thump. And the wood sits there and it'll burn at a steady rate, and eventually maybe the fire will get through the wood, but sometimes the fire dies before the wood's done, and so you're left with like a half-burned piece of wood. Your metabolism is no different. Keep giving it small bits of kindling to keep that fire growing and hot. Tip number 3, write it down. You can roll your eyes at me all day long because I know you're doing it. Write it down. You have to know what you ate. And we all have a tendency to forget. I mean, you know, I go to the Galleria here in Houston and I have a hard time remembering which level I parked my car on. Sometimes I can't even remember which vehicle I took that day. Okay, it gets crazy up in here. There is choreography, there are songs, there's people's names, which I'm terrible with. And so, you know, I don't have the memory space to remember what I just ate. So I always write it down. You can write it on a Post-it, you can write it on a piece of scrap paper, whatever. My favorite thing to use, of course, is my phone. Okay, MyFitnessPal is a great app for smartphones where you can write down, you know, your little food, and it'll even have a thing. MyFitnessPal even has a thing where you can scan it, bloop, and it's good. So, those are your 3 things, okay? Recap, right? Because you wrote them down, so you should be looking at them now. You can't out-train bad nutrition. Focus on good nutrition. 2, okay, you need to spread out your calories. Get them spread thin. 3, write them down. That way you know when you're eating, what you're eating, just like your money and your time. You need to know where your calories are going, where they're coming from, where they're going, and what they're doing for you. Good? All right, so I'm going to try to get a video out at least once a week talking specifically about nutrition, but what I need from you right now is to leave me a comment below this and let me know what your idea for a video is. And then you will know, give me a way to contact you, give me your email address, something like that. Whoever comes up with the best idea for a video is going to get a special little treat in the nutrition realm that is not cheap and doesn't come easily. So give me your ideas. It doesn't have to be nutrition related. It can be fitness. It can be some of the goal setting, the life ideas, whatever. Comment below, let me know, and have a healthy day.